There you go, on the dot, 18:30. Hello and welcome to me, Annie D, and the Purple Sofa, and another episode where Annie D gets absolutely real. And let me tell you, this sofa may seem really quiet and innocent, but it's got quite a few stories to tell. It really does. And you know what? Oh, Pritika Rao from Germany, hello to you before I move on. So lots of people saying hello. Well, great to know that you're in and you're here on time, which is really good. I'm quite impressed actually, especially from Germany. So I'm not sure what time it is there. Now, the story that this sofa is going to be telling you about today, well, it's all about my next guest, writer, producer, but first and foremost, director. And it's of that movie that has come out, Khaali Peeli. Now, it's on a Zplex right now. Definitely got the thumbs up from me. So please do go and watch it. But not before you listen into my conversation today. So I am now going to, let me see if my guest is here today. Oh, yes, he is. And I don't know why I don't. Oh, let's view the go live with. Yes, I am. Instructions, this side. I've done it a different way today, so I hope it works. And we are waiting for connection. Oh, yes, we've got it. Hi, hello.
Can you see me fully? Hi.
Yes, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you? How are you doing?
Oh, absolutely fine. You know what, Maqbool, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me over. Thank you so much.
Absolute pleasure, honestly. You know, fantastic stuff. And of course, before we move on, happy Dussehra to you. Very auspicious day today.
Yes, indeed it is. And happy Dussehra to you and everybody, whoever is going to see us. Happy Dussehra from our side also.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. And of course, it's not just Dussehra, is it? I'm sure you've been partying for a while now. Do I believe belated birthday wishes are in order?
Yeah, it was only 24th, which was yesterday.
Okay.
So that was my birthday. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Double celebration. मगर आज शुभ दिन है आज के लिए
बहुत बड़ा दिन है आज बहुत बड़ा दिन है अरे माशाल्लाह आपकी हिंदी तो बड़ी कमाल की है
तो हम बोल लेते हैं थोड़ा
नहीं अच्छा है हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों का इस्तेमाल होना चाहिए आज का बहुत बड़ा शुभ दिन है और अनफॉर्चुनेटली ऐसे पेंडेमिक के अंदर हम लोग हैं सो people are not completely going out and celebrating it, but yeah, it's a very big day for all of us in India. We celebrate this day big time.
Yeah, you know what? Yes. But the thing is, I love India, especially because if you look at the calendar, we are born, reborn, and we've got every excuse to party because we're always celebrating something.
That's what we Indians are good at, and that's why our lives are also very colorful. Because party तो बनती है हर एक चीज पे party बनती है.
Yes. सही में क्या बात है. Yes. Honestly, but I have to say, Maqbool, fantastic work. I have to say congratulations. But first of all, I want to know who we have to thank for inspiring you to come into the business, to the industry, in the film industry. And come on, I'm waiting.
No, you complete the question. Yeah.
No, yeah, because
please go ahead.
I read somewhere, was it Amitabh Bachan? Am I correct?
Yes, it's not only, I would say it's not only me. I mean, he's such an iconic figure in Bollywood and in the entire world knows him. And anybody who wants to do something in Bollywood, the only man, who inspires you or you look up to is Mr. Bachchan. It doesn't matter what exactly field in Bollywood or in the film industry you want to go to, but he is one man who everybody looks up to. So yeah, when I was growing up in my childhood in my hometown, I was a diehard and avid fan of Amitabh Bachan. I used to watch all his films, and it's not only me. I mean, anybody who's from my generation, they have grown up on watching his films. So it's been he's been a great influence in everybody's life, mine also.
But did he not inspire you to come in front of the camera rather than be behind it though?
I think being an actor, I have tasted that. Being an actor is I think the most difficult job in the world in film industry. Yeah, it's not easy. So I've been there. and luckily for me, I had my boss. So whatever little bit I did was with him. He was directing it, and then he realized it that it's not his cup of tea. So so then he said, I think you should join. You should come and join behind the camera. Join me. So, as I wanted to say that being an actor is the most difficult job because somebody else has written the lines, somebody else has written the script and imagined that entire, story. And as an actor, you join in, and then it is somebody else's belief, right? And you, get into the character, and then when you are on the set, you prepare, and then. I don't know. You have seen this, the way we shoot. Have you been to the set?
No, I haven't been to a set because I intend to come to one of your sets one day.
Trust me. Being an actor is not easy. So there are like 150 or maybe more than that people are there on the set, and you have to concentrate. You have to remember your lines, which are not your lines. Somebody else has written. So you have to remember those lines, and you are standing in between the entire crew. The reflectors are there, the lights are there, somebody's putting the light from here. So it's chaos. And in between all of this, you have to deliver, you have to perform.
But Maqbool, you're responsible for everybody though. As a director though, you're responsible for everybody's actions. So, I don't underplay your position here. I definitely appreciate it. And that can't be easy as a director.
See, I have learned from my schooling, the institute where I have come from, a director's job is half done when he goes to the shoot. The main part is before that, much before that. From there onward, the creative work starts. So the main part is much before that. As my boss used to tell me that Maqbool, camera set पे लेके जो पहुंचता है ना director, camera जब रखता है, बेटा वहां तक की लड़ाई है. उसके बाद तो सब कुछ आसान है. Everything is easy from that point onward. उसके बाद में then you are just concentrating on what you have brought in there. पर उससे पहले एक लंबी लड़ाई है. So credit goes to the director also for getting everything together on one platform. So that is there.
Look, I try to run a house, and when one thing doesn't happen, it just all collapses. So I know, and you're running a movie here. So, so I definitely understand, what your position could, honestly be. And you can't afford to say, "Arey koi baat nahi, aaj nahi, aaj koi baat nahi." You can't do that.
There is no way you can ever say कि कल हो जाएगा और नहीं यार ये तो नहीं हो सकता. There are crises on the set which are like not preempted, and you've not thought of it, and those crises are there, and then the entire unit is looking at you as the captain of the ship. Then now what do we do? And you are the only person you are the only person who is going to have the solution for it. So there you have to have a lot of calmness in you, a lot of composure, and it also comes with experience. I mean, we guys have been there and spent a lot of time on sets. So any crisis, whichever comes, we have seen our seniors doing that. We have seen, elderly dealing with those situations. So लगता है यार इससे तो पुरानी ज़्यादा खतरनाक situation तब थी. ये क्या है? ये तो हलवा है. ऐसे हो जाएगा.
But you've worked with the best though. You've been an assistant to Anubhav Sinha as well. And Anubhav and I, we've chatted. He's been on the show, and
yes, I know.
He's such a strong personality, and he has such conviction. And is he a hard taskmaster? That's what I want to know.
Oh no, he's a spoiler.
I won't tell him.
He's a completely brat, and he spoils you. As an assistant, he has spoiled me. Seriously, trust me. I assisted him for almost 10 years. When we used to work, we never felt that we were working on a set where there's a boss and we are supposed to follow some protocol. The entire atmosphere and on the set was very casual, and he would treat us like brother, like a younger brother. And it was. And we never crossed that line on the set. मतलब casually ले लिया किसी चीज को. And so he is one guy who's not a taskmaster, but he is so good that you will make sure you do not have any loopholes when you're working with
Yes.
him.
A
So
perfectionist.
he used to leave. He used to leave everything on us. There was me and there was his younger brother. We both were
Yeah.
his associates for almost 10 years.
No.
So we used to make sure that he gets whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And there was no formal training which we had acquired from any institute or anywhere.
Yeah.
So whatever we have learned on location, on the set itself.
Oh,
Anybody
perfect.
who comes to me, when there have been instances where I have was on my institute and
Mm.
they bring these kids, just to visit the set.
Yeah.
So they come and start chatting with you that, sir, give us some tips. How do we go about our careers in life and this and that. So I would say that it's okay. You're going to be having a degree and, you will learn a lot of technicalities, while reading. But main thing you learn is
Real life.
spending time and being on the set itself.
Yeah. Real life
So
experience.
that learning you cannot get anywhere else. So yeah, I am very thankful to my boss,
Mm.
Mr. Anubhav Sinha, who has been a
Wow.
really great teacher, a great teacher.
What would you say? What was probably the main thing that you've taken from him, though, and you've carried on that you use
Uh,
today?
from him, he is in any situation, the calmness which he has. I
Yeah.
have never seen him panicking in any situation.
Yeah.
I have done about 4 films with him.
Mm.
We have worked with huge stars,
Yeah.
Mr. Dutt and Abhishek Bachchan and Sunil Shetty and all, and multi-starrer thus. And we were there in Canada. We had like 60-day
Yeah.
schedule, and so there were a lot of time when there were huge crises, and
Yeah.
so the crisis is not only on the set itself. There a lot going on behind the set, also outside the set.
Yeah.
When you reach your hotel, then you're planning the schedule.
Yeah. Of course.
Somebody's not come. Somebody's going to come late. Then reshuffling the entire schedule. Location is not available. So that's huge.
Yeah.
I would say planning is involved in it. So I have never seen him being
Get
panicked
flustered.
or yeah. So I think that is one thing which I have. I hope I have also acquired from him. Because
What? Not.
I mean, people give me these compliments that, sir, we have never seen you getting
Oh.
hyper
Oh,
or
lovely.
getting angry at anybody. So my मन में ऐसा voice over जाता है. You
Yeah.
don't know where I come from. So it's okay.
But
Yeah.
I mean, you worked with, was it Kabutar with him? And,
Yeah.
and a couple of other things. But the one that you did on your own, was that Lanka? Was that the first one that you did on your own?
And I got independent in 2006. So
Mm-hmm.
Kabutar was my first film as a director.
Yeah. All right.
So
Okay.
which Mr. Anubhav Sinha had produced,
Mm-hmm.
and he came to me. I was shooting somewhere in Panchgani. I still remember. I was shooting for a pilot, a TV serial
Mm.
pilot. So he came there and he met me. He had come there to meet some actors also. There was some
Mm.
film shoot going on. So he said, Maqbool, I have this film in mind. I want you to direct it. And I said, okay, fine. So we sat down, we discussed the story and all, and I shot the film in 2006. And then finally, it did go to Film Festival, Ocean Film
Yeah.
Festival in Delhi. So it was screened there. We had about a couple of shows, and the response was overwhelming. People were
Yeah.
giving standing ovations and all, and then also
Yeah.
won award for Best Actor award for Govind Namdev. And then
amazing.
after that, that was the first film which I did. Unfortunately, that film could never see the day, light of the day. So that
Yeah.
happens. Then after that, I got busy with other stuff. With my livelihood, I started working on televisions and did, touchwood, by the grace of God, did fair amount of work in television also.
You did Diya
And
Bati Hum, didn't you? Didn't you work on Diya
yes,
Bati?
yes,
I
that is
watched
the
that.
really,
I was a
really.
diehard fan. Yeah.
Oh my God! So then you must have seen. I joined Diyavati Hum in 2014, and I was there till the end. Even the second season pilot also was shot by me. One and a
No,
half
I saw
episode was shot by me.
everything to
So
the point where they died.
that entire hijack track where the plane is
Yeah.
hijacked and all that was all done by me. So
Wow.
it was
That was
a
excitement.
different. Oh, super excitement! And we were, I think I remember 6 weeks we were on number one six and a half
Yeah.
plus TRP it was, yeah.
Me too. That I was one of those TRPs, and it was real, not fake.
Oh, really? And there was a party. There was a party going on in Star. Then Gaurav Banerjee and everybody was so
I
happy that
loved
this
it.
has never been done on Indian television. This kind of action. So yeah. So that Diyabati happened in between. Diyabati gave me a lot in life. This
Yeah.
roof. This roof is because of
It
Diyabati
gave
where I'm
me
sitting right
it gave
now.
me a lot of entertainment.
Yeah.
But you know, you've done the big movies, you've done, you know, the big theatre movies, and you've done TV. Are the two kind of mediums, are they very different?
Yes, there are. In television, normally things move very fast,
Yeah.
unlike films. The only good thing is that as a director, you become because it's all about emotions in television. It's
Yeah.
not about the styling. It is not about the shot taking there too much.
Yeah.
So you have to concentrate because it's a close-up medium. So you have to concentrate
Oh,
on expression, on emotion.
all
So
right,
that
okay.
part, I mean, becomes very strong. That you are
Mm.
good with emotion. A lot of people have given me this compliment in Khaali Peeli that your actors' performances are fantastic. They performed very
Yeah.
well. So that entire credit goes to the experience which I had acquired. I have acquired from television. So
Yeah.
that television gives you, and again, I would say, even in television also, there are too many crises.
Yeah.
There is a famous saying in television: when you have rainy season, so
Yeah.
writer will make sure that they write the exterior scenes,
All right, okay.
shoot in the
Oh,
rain.
yes.
Yeah,
That's
so your
good
life becomes
advice.
difficult. So every
Yeah.
day you are dealing with some of the other crises on a regular basis. So then
Yeah.
again, it kind of turns you into a strong character, strong
That
personality.
was too big.
कि किसी भी तरह का वक्त किसी भी
Yeah.
तरह का किसी मुसीबत आने दो मुसीबत it doesn't matter.
Huh.
I'll deal with it. So that happens with television and speed also, yeah. And when
Mm.
you switch to films is about it's a larger scale.
Mm.
Everything has a pace, and then it needs certain kind of look, feel
Yeah.
to it, and it needs a lot of solid planning in
Oh,
film,
God.
more planning than television. Yeah, for a director.
But would you
Yeah.
say then that if you're going to do a big movie, so if there's an
Hmm.
advice for any budding directors out there, would you say then try your hand at TV first and then move on to the big screen? Would
Uh,
that be valuable advice?
there's one advice which I will give you: try whatever you can,
Mm.
and you make your plans. Somebody sitting right up there. He's making your plan. So if you get a chance, yeah, do assist television if you can, or direct television for some time. It will help, definitely help. But then I don't think so. It depends. I mean, there is no fixed funda to it. You
Yeah.
know, directing. I think it happens. You cannot plan. It just happens to
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I mean, so anything that can happen will happen. You just have
will
to deal
happen.
with it. It doesn't matter.
Yes, look
Jitna bhi
look at
koshish karo.
me. Look at me. The biggest example. I come from a small town called Dholpur in Rajasthan,
Yeah.
where I keep saying this. Even a train would not stop there
Yeah.
once in a week. So, and I reached here. I landed in Bombay, and then slowly, gradually, I'm trying to complete my journey. I'm still on it, and I'm sitting
Yeah.
right in front of you. I've directed a movie and directed a couple
I
of
know.
more, and anything can happen. So that's what I'm saying. Anything can happen. One just needs to dream and
Yeah.
believe in it, and do not get distracted and do not get disheartened if you see the
Yeah.
failures. Keep going. Keep going.
Well, I think that's
Yeah.
great stuff. I mean, that's a great message going out to most of the world. There's people from Australia, by the way. I think Haroon Sufi was there saying hi from Australia. And
Hi,
I think
hi,
somebody from Germany as well.
hi,
So
guys.
you've
How
got
are you
an
doing?
international interest here. So definitely some take-home messages. I think it's great. And
Yeah.
Tanisha here, so hi to you.
Hi, Tanisha.
And
Hi.
so lovely stuff. Now, okay, so what I really wanted to ask as well, and I want reality. I want a real answer. I've always wondered this. When you're assisting or when you're working with a producer, it can't be plain sailing. Have you ever disagreed with a producer or the main director when you were assisting, thinking, yeah, aise nahi, what, aise hona chahiye? Has that ever happened? And how do you deal with that one?
It depends. See, I have been, as I said, I have been lucky in that manner because I had a guru, teacher who
Yeah.
always listened to us, and
Ah.
we we were not stupid. I mean,
Mm.
whenever we used to talk, we used to really think from this creative process is not from here. It
Yeah.
doesn't work from here. You have to operate from here. So अंदर से एक आवाज आती थी कि नहीं यार ये सही नहीं है. तो
Ah,
जाके
right.
बोल देते
Okay.
थे और वो आवाज आवाज मेरे जो बॉस है उन तक भी पहुंचती थी एंड ही वुड थिंक नहीं यार बात whatever he is saying is making sense and
Yeah.
he has been I would say nice enough to incorporate whatever
Lovely.
and one more thing as a director it's very important to not to be stubborn.
Yes.
I pick up things. I pick up things. When I'm narrating my story, when I'm narrating the scene to people, and I see their reaction, I try and incorporate those reaction. I'll go and sit alone with
Mm.
myself with the script, and I'll try and incorporate those because it is about expressions. It is about
Yeah.
emotion. So you got to have different emotion, different expressions, and you got to take advices from everyone in life.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will
Yeah.
not grow. So
Yeah.
anybody is coming and trying to suggest something, don't discard it. Listen to it, and then it is up to you whether you want to take it or
Yeah.
not. You just go and give it a thought,
Yeah.
live with it. So
Oh,
that's what we do, and that's the kind of
another
training
piece of
I have
advice.
had. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was brilliant training because that's another take-home message for anyone who will watch this
Yeah.
later on. And at least they can rewind it again and listen to it again, and maybe they'll imbibe something. I think this is the key to listen, because a lot of
Listen.
us
Yeah.
have this picture in our head, and we're so set on trying to create that. Sometimes I think we forget कि हो
Yeah.
सकता है. There could be
I'll tell you
something.
one very
शायद
good.
हम, improve
I'll
कर
sorry,
सकते हैं
I'm
इसको.
interrupting in between. I'll give you one very good example.
No, 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 please.
There was
Yeah,
one time that why listening is so important. There was one meeting which I was part of. Me and my
yeah.
boss, we had gone to Irfan Khan, Mr. late Irfan Khan. Allah
Yeah.
ne Jannat naseeb kare. We had gone to his house and we were discussing some story. My boss was discussing some story with him, and I was
Mm.
quietly sitting and then just observing them. And in the intense discussion of the story,
Yeah.
his son walks in. His son walks in. Irfan's son walks in. And वो पूरी meeting को छोड़ के the way Irfan gave the entire attention to his son, I could never forget that visual. Okay, that this guy's focus is so clear, so
Yeah.
clear. कि वो इतनी intense भरी meeting discussion was going on, and he just left everything and then yeah, beta, tell me what. And
Oh,
the way he
lovely.
was looking at him, the eye contact. So listening to a person, what the person is saying, listening rather than talking, listening
Yeah.
power is very important. And you should be a good listener. Listen to
Wow.
people what they're saying and pay attention to it.
Yeah. So there you
Yeah.
go.
So
So there's advice, and it's people practicing what they're preaching. They're not even saying it. So doing it
yeah.
is the key thing. Khali कहना, khali, it's just
खाली
not
कहने
enough.
से listen, सुनो, सुनने से
हाँ.
you will gain. You won't lose anything by talking. तुम अपने अंदर का गुबार निकाल लोगे, भड़ास निकाल
Yeah.
लोगे, बोल दोगे.
बस.
By listening, you're gaining. You're educating yourself, I would say.
Yes.
And concentration is also increasing when you're talking to people. You're listening to them.
Well, you must
Yeah.
have done this really well because currently you're riding the wave of an amazing movie starring Ashan Khattar and Ananya Pandey. Lovely, Khaali Peeli. Your
Khaali Peeli, yeah.
movie, Khaali
Yeah.
Peeli. I'm
Khali.
saying it
It's a
wrong.
slang.
Khaali.
It's a slang in Mumbai. It's called Evi. Punjabi में कहते हैं Evi.
Oh.
So in Mumbai I spell Khaali Peeli. मतलब ऐसे ही Khaali Peeli.
Okay.
चलना
Khaali
Khaali
Peeli.
Peeli नफला मत कर. Khaali Peeli. हाँ.
But I was reading that it was really a story from the heart that you wanted to do. I mean, basing it in Mumbai, that is just something that was a dream of yours. Now, why did it take you so long to create a movie that was about in Mumbai, done, in a Mumbai way? This, the whole thing seems to be just Mumbai. What was it? Why Mumbai, and why did it take you so long? What was it all about?
About taking it so long, I would again say it was destined to happen like that. It was not in my hand.
Okay. Yeah.
So when it had to happen, it happened.
Right.
And
okay.
why Mumbai? Why Mumbai? Because Mumbai is my karm bhumi. Though I'm from Rajasthan, I've been born there, and my part of my childhood has been in Rajasthan, Dholpur. But my Karam Bhumi is Bombay. So I love Mumbai. So I've been living in Mumbai for almost 30 years now. My
yeah.
parents have been
Oh,
living maybe longer than that.
yeah.
So Mumbai is in our, I would say, DNA. And Mumbai
Mm,
is one city which is so colorful. Everybody knows
yeah.
about it. And the kind of, lingo is used in Mumbai, the kind of people you will find, even if in the middle of the night you go, Mumbai is rocking.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
we
it is.
always wanted to, and especially the underbelly of Mumbai is very
Yeah.
fascinating. I mean, I have been grown on films like Satya, Shiva,
Mm.
and Angar, Parinda. These are my favorite cult films. I mean, I consider
Yeah.
them as, I mean, they are cult films. So, and these all these films, Gardesh, all these films have been based in Mumbai. So, and Satya or Black
Yeah.
Friday. So we always wanted to make a story which is based in Mumbai. And when you talk about Mumbai, so what is the first visual you get when you come out of the station? Like I used to travel in the train. So when we used
Yeah.
to come out a VT station, so what was the first thing which you will see is
Mm.
Kali Peeli, is the taxi,
Yes.
yellow and black. So that becomes an iconic symbol of
Ah.
Mumbai. Yeah. So that was always there in the back of my head that I should do something with the Kali Pili, I should do something with the Kali Pili. And
Okay.
then we wanted to do, me and my writing team, Yash Keshwani and Seema, when we were sitting and discussing about the story. So we
Yeah.
wanted to create a character which is a gray character
Yeah.
and very today's character, young and youth based and
Yeah.
very Mumbaiya kind of character. So who better than a cabbie?
Yeah.
So there came the Blackies character, which is played by Ishan.
Yeah.
So we picked up that character from there, and a journey of such character where he has done something and he is running away. So it becomes a difficult task as a storyteller
Yeah.
to get the Kali Pili out of Mumbai on a journey. How do you do that? So that also becomes
Okay.
becomes a kind of hurdle for you. So you need to cross that hurdle. Automatically, it will become interesting. So that was there, and then a girl who is
Yeah.
also a runaway lands in his cab, and they both
Yeah.
are on this so-called mad ride, and
Go.
then we all have been quite fascinated with the cinema of, again, we are going back to Mr. Bachchan,
Yeah.
the films which he has done in 70s, 80s, mid 70s and 80s and
Mm.
90s. There was a beautiful era, I think one of the best era in terms of music, that was 90s era.
Yes.
We
I
are the
agree.
generation,
I agree.
we are the generation, we have lived and enjoyed Jalwa, Dekho,
Yeah.
Dekho, yeah, Jalwa. So all that was there in the head, and then we all sat down, and my writers gave me this beautiful storyline.
Yeah.
Let's create something like this, a quirky, a Bindi Bazaar Guy Ritchie from
Right.
Bindi Bazaar. So that's how this entire story was created of Kali Pili.
But did you envisage Ishan and Ananya at that point? Did you know you wanted them? What? Why both those actors to play those roles?
Okay, so when I completed the final draft of Khali Pili, Ishan was the only guy I had thought of when
Yeah.
the final draft was completed. उसके पहले दिमाग में चलते रहते हैं, but see,
Huh.
I'll tell you, उसके पहले दिमाग में आप, I think you just work on a story. You do not
Mm.
imagine that I will have this because you don't know who you're going to get.
Yes.
Right now, okay, I am couple of films old, so I can imagine, and
Yeah.
I know, okay, I can at least reach out to people. People will listen to me, listen to my
Yeah.
story. But when you are starting afresh, you don't know who you're going to get. So all you do is you just concentrate on your script. You create a script. You create a story.
Yeah.
So that's what even we did. But when we completed the final draft, Ishan was the only guy I had thought of because
Mm.
this kind of a quirkiness in the character and that entire
Yeah.
body language, that swag, and I saw Beyond the Clouds and also saw
Yeah.
Dhadak. So he had that this particular character which needed was that थोड़ा सा छपरी भी हो जाए और at the
Huh.
same time थोड़ा सा
Absolutely.
vulnerable भी लगना चाहिए. So
Huh.
those two qualities he
Bacha
had,
type.
and बच्चा टाइप भी हो लगे नहीं कि हाँ, exactly. So those two qualities he had, and then we approached him, and he came, listened to the story, and he heard it, and he liked it, luckily,
Well,
and everything was
thank God.
on. Thank God he liked it. Yeah.
And thank God Ananya agreed a bit later on, but I mean that's sort of what's what I,
Yes.
you know, that's what I understand. So
Yeah.
brilliant stuff. But you know, the movie has been great. It's done so well, but it hasn't come without its issues. You've had a
Yeah.
few hitches along the way, and
Yeah.
pretty current. So
Yeah.
how did you deal with that? Where did that even come from? How did all these problems come from? I didn't expect it. When we had these articles on your song,
Yeah.
was it? Are we allowed to say the name, or shall we use the new name?
Yeah. Yeah. Please,
Zamana.
no man.
Zamana.
Yeah. Zamana.
Shadma Jayegi. But
Ah.
because I don't want to make it. I don't want any legal claims or anything like that. But
No,
when I
it's
heard the
okay.
song, Maqbool, I couldn't see it. I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't understand what the issue was about. What happened? What was it all about?
Actually, like you are saying, even nobody, all of us, when we heard the song, it never occurred to any of us that this could get into this direction. People can react like this also.
Yeah.
And as I say, we are, as directors, as makers, we are responsible for certain things towards society. And colorism, racism would be the last thing which anybody would want to promote.
Absolutely.
Right. And Ali, Imanshu, we all are come from a humble background, and I mean, we understand the sentiments of people, and it was not intentional. Trust me, it was not intentional. And Goria words Goria has been used in so many Hindi songs.
I know.
I mean, a number of times in the past. I mean, I can give you 50,000 example of 50,000 songs in Hindi movies. Like गोरिया रे मेरा दिल चुरा के ले जा गोरी तेरा गांव बड़ा प्यारा मैं तो क्या मारा गोरी के हाथ में चांदी का छल्ला कब से मतलब so the Goria word was used in Beyonce was for the girl, to address a girl, like how we do chela, chokra, ladka, londa bolte hain. So the Goria is also used in a similar manner. So it was taken out of context, and then we realized okay, this could also be the meaning of it, and people are reacting like this. So as wo bhi ho sakta hai, this is how people are reacting. So then we all sat down and took a mutual decision, and we changed the lyrics. Or uske baad, I think the song became better. It's sort of sounding better after that.
Well, well, there you go. Yeah, but when you say, when you use Beyonce, to me, you're actually putting her on a pedestal.
That's exactly what one of the write-up I had said. We all maintain that Beyonce means he is telling the girl that you are so beautiful. While looking at you, even Beyonce will also blush. Sharmana means Sharma jayegi. So he's trying to impress her that your beauty is like Beyonce's beauty. So that was the thought behind it, but then maybe it didn't get translated to
so would you say then would you say then the audience, or I guess the audience, or me, or whoever who's actually listening to all of this, do you think now the audience is being overly critical, do you think, or thinking too much about movies or songs or anything nowadays? Because we have an opinion for everything, I'm finding nowadays.
Yeah, it's happening because of social media. Social media has become so powerful and so strong, and it is in a way good also if it is used in a right manner. Yeah. So everybody should have a voice. Definitely, you should have a voice. Even I should have a voice. Everyone should have a voice. But then again, I would say creative field is such that people can have different perspective on one particular thing. So let them have it, and let them realize it by themselves. अभी नहीं तो आगे जाके realize होगा कि नहीं यार, maybe थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा overreact कर दिया था. Things will change sometime. It happens ना, when any new product is launched in the market, and then suddenly there is a boom for that particular product. Then slowly, gradually it comes down. So this entire thing will also slowly settle down. And like we live in a democratic world, everybody should have an opinion.
But Paul, you know what? You know what they say in England? All news is good news. So any kind of attention, whether good or bad, is actually good for you. So I would see it as a positive. And this is one more thing that nobody saw coming. So this is one more kind of a take home. Ye kitab mein nahi milega.
जिंदगी की किताब सबसे हसीन और खूबसूरत किताब है, उसको पढ़ो बस, उसमें जो मिलता.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right. But these are the things, unfortunately, you can't get in any book. ये जो
No, you can't.
every experience cannot be put into a book, and that's why you say, right? So there's really nothing that I can teach you except बस बैठिए और देखिए, बस इतना
हाँ.
हम कह सकते हैं और समझिए.
Yeah.
But do you find though that the fact is you've got to think of so many things and stuff that is unexpected? Do you feel that it hinders your creativity in any way?
The day you think before writing anything, that okay, what will this particular person will think if I take this story forward, or what that person will think, I think your creativity will go for a toss. I think you should stop. You should stop right there and then. So whatever comes to your heart and process from your mind, you do it. You write it, and then later on you see how it goes. I don't think so. But any creative person, yeah, I don't think so. Any creative person, एक painter अगर painting बनाता है, तो वो आँख बंद करके whatever he imagines, what he's giving you on a canvas is it's his imagination. He's not copying anything, right? So if he start doubting his imagination, or he starts processing his imagination in keeping mind that how people will react, or how this one is going to react, his art will go for a toss. So do not think of any such thing. Just whatever comes to your heart, whatever comes to your mind, go ahead with it. Otherwise, creative process will get killed.
So the message here is be creative as possible, but get a good lawyer. Is that what you need to do?
That I don't know. I have never been on that side of the law. So I mean, it's a tricky one for me to
this is
answer.
a close one.
Yeah, close one. इसको मैं ऐसे square cut मार दूँगा ऐसे क्रैक करके side से.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah.
But your movie, what is it? 2 hours and 13 minutes. I
no,
think.
it's actually 2 hours. 13 minutes.
Is it 2 hours?
Yeah. If you see, the actual length of the movie is little less than 2 hours actually. 1 hour 58 minutes or something. Because then in the beginning and the end there are some other credits and stuff. So it is 2 hour 10 minutes. Otherwise, it's 2 hours. Little less than that.
But it is now the movie. Now it seems to be, compared to our traditional Bollywood movies, it's about an hour less, isn't it?
I'll give you an example. When we used to watch movies in a small town, like Mr. Bachan Saab movie जब आती थी, so Namak Halal, I still remember. Namak Halal, 17 reel. It used to be written 17 reel. So we used to be like happy. Yeah, 17 reel मतलब लंबी picture देखने मिलेगी. और there was some movie which is like 14 reel. All used to be disappointed. भाई क्या है यार, इतना पैसा देके साला 14 reel की फिल्म देखेंगे क्या? So those times were different. Okay, where movie used to be like 3.5 hours, and nowadays since it's a I would say multiplex time. So you have various screen and various movies going on. So even the producers also want to, make money as fast as possible. So you can have multiple shows if your movie is 2 or less than 2 hours.
So was that a conscious decision then कि हमको 2 घंटे की बनानी है? So it's not going to be more than 2 hours.
आजकल movie 2 घंटे से ज़्यादा होनी भी नहीं चाहिए. Yeah, unless you're making a biopic or you're making something, because people are I would say they're so used to the lives have become so edgy and fast that people do not have patience. लंबा invest करने का time है नहीं ज़्यादा लोगों के पास. So you make a nice, fast and crisp pace your film.
Yeah, I mean, enough, but not too much.
No, not that also does not mean that other side like 2.5 to 3 hours movies are bad. नहीं, वो भी है. कुछ लोग बड़ी कमाल की फिल्में बनाते हैं. बहुत सारे बंसाली साहब हैं, अली और ऐसे बहुत सारे मेकर्स हैं जो अच्छी लंबी लेंदी फिल्म बनाते हैं. And they are master at their craft, and they make some really beautiful films.
But I was reading somewhere though that they're trying to say that actually the ideal length of a movie now for Bollywood is 2 hours and 15 minutes. I was just wondering, what's the theory? What's the theory behind that?
There's no theory. There is no theory.
Nothing.
No, it's if anybody says that ideal length or this length, that is the fixed funda. There is it's a creative process, creative job.
Yeah.
There is no fixed funda to it that okay यही चलेगा और इतनी ही बननी चाहिए. No. If your story is holding, and your performances are good, or 2.5 hours तक भी अगर लोग देख रहे हैं तो why not? देखेंगे, देखते हैं लोग. I don't think so there is any fixed funda. There are a lot of movies like.
Yes, movies and कोई इधर कह रहा है, one of your listeners, कि हम लोग के exam coincidence है, हम लोग का exam भी इतना ही length का हो गया है. So it's about concentration time. I think this is what it is. And act like, I'm really sorry, act like Krishna, because you're getting a lag effect where you are. Yes, the connection is a bit, the visuals are a bit challenged, but hopefully you're getting the voice out. So, oh no, it's okay. She's saying she's apologizing for annoying us. No, absolutely not. It's absolutely fine.
No, we are sitting and chatting here for you guys.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Exactly. This is for all of you. Yes. Sorry to annoy you guys. I got nothing to do. Act like Krishna. Hi, act like Krishna. No, ma'am, I'm joking. It's fine. Yes, it's absolutely. We are for you only, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God. Well, tell me first of all, Maqbool, what's happening in the future? I want to know what you've got planned for the future. Are you allowed to say?
No, I am allowed to say, but I'm thinking what to say about the future, because future is so uncertain. Last year, same time, in the same month, I was shooting, and we were all geared up for a theatrical release, and see where we are. So what future exactly are we talking about here? So whenever anybody talks about the future, that what's your future plans, I do this. I roll my eyes like that. Okay, future. So I have just gotten over with Khaali Peeli. It's still going on, and I am working on a couple of scripts, and hopefully, inshallah, by next year, we will let you know.
Oh no, that is so vague, Maqbool.
This is the only thing. This is the only thing which one can do. That you work and sit and work on script in such a pandemic. So that's what everybody is doing. I am also doing the same thing. I am working on a couple of scripts. I am working on a couple of scripts. Yeah. No, on a serious note, I cannot reveal anything about the stories. But I am working on a couple of scripts, which I'll be, taking it to the actors and with my producers by the end of this year. I think by November or December, I'll start.
Okay, all right then. Here's a question. Let me see. Itna to bata sakte. What about genre? At least genre to bata dijiye. What genre?
Genre. I'm a complete filmy. If you interact with me more, then you will realize that how big a filmy guy I am. I told you this hand is I don't have veins here, and this is like completely distorted. It happened because seeing the Bachan Saab movies. So I am a complete Bollywood buff. Hindi cinema is my cinema, meri maa. So genre, I want to make entertaining films. I am in my career, I want to make entertaining films where people should come and laugh, whistle, clap, enjoy, dance. I want to make entertaining masala films. Right. Or it should also have, that does not mean that everything is going to be over the top and, no sar pair haath. It will definitely have some substance also. There should be a storyline, and your character should look real also. They should not end up looking buffoon or over the top. Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm real.
Entertainment, masala film. Complete masala film.
Okay. No, I want to be in one of your sets. I want to see what it runs like for myself.
I'll come there. I'll come to London to shoot my next.
London se hum Gurgaon aaye ab to. So now I'm Gurgaon, you see. But you know,
to go to London now?
I am.
Oh,
I moved here from London.
Gurgaon we had shows. Gurgaon we had shows for Khaali Peeli. The driving shows. Yeah.
Well, where's my invite?
I don't know. It happened. 2nd October it released there, and we had shows, and those shows were houseful. All these, I think 5-6 shows we had there.
So you were worried. You were worried about this. So you went for, it was supposed to be released on theatre. See how well it's done. And I am looking forward to your new stuff. And I think there's an Ananya lover here, fan club, She wants to know, in amongst all of this,
Yeah.
what's your hobby? She wants to know
My
what your
hobby.
hobby is in between all of this. Yes.
Okay, I have been a sports person all my life since my childhood.
Yeah.
So I have played hockey, I have played a lot of cricket, and I work out a lot. I've been working out since
Okay.
past, I think 1993 I started working out in gyms and all. So
Uh-huh.
sometimes like right now after I finish this interview, I will this chat, I will go for a run. I'll run for about
Okay.
11 kilometers. So I love working out and I love
Okay.
watching cinema. I love watching. These are two passions I have: working out, any form of exercise, whether any cardio exercise, any weight training,
Yeah.
or anything. I love doing that and watching. These are the two
All
things I
right.
do. That's all I
All
do.
right.
That's all I do.
That's what you do.
Yeah,
Very busy
that's all I
man.
do.
It's a very
Yeah,
serious thing. Health is a serious issue. And watching
yeah,
movies for inspiration is also a very serious issue because we need good
yeah.
products and we're
Yes.
waiting for it. Okay. Okay. Before we go though, what's a winning formula for as far as you're concerned, what's a winning formula for a movie?
I may sound very for my movie
Yes, for your
or
movie.
in general. You're saying.
No, what
Are
you
we talking
think
about
is a winning for you? You.
just generic? Just generic. What is the winning formula
No, for you. What do you think is a winning formula?
for
For your
for
movie,
me?
oh, okay, okay. Anybody, any movie.
Anybody, yeah. As I said earlier, also that I think it's going to sound very cliche. I mean,
No, tell
you
me.
should definitely don't stop dreaming.
Okay,
Dream, dream, and especially for my
okay,
field. I mean, I can only talk about my field. So you dream, and you might get reach a little slow in life or late in life.
yeah,
But if you dream, you definitely will reach there
yeah.
someday. And do not get disheartened if you see
Mm,
failures. If you don't see failures, you will not be able to enjoy the success. If
okay,
you get successful in the first couple of steps, you will not know how to handle success.
okay.
Your journey might be long, and that's what we are all here for. It's about the
Yeah,
journey, right? We want to make
yes,
sure that the journey is enjoyable. So you should have
yeah,
all sorts of emotion in your journey, failure, success, and everything, and then
yeah.
the destination we will definitely reach somewhere in life. Yeah.
Oh, look. Oh,
Be
lovely.
positive. Be positive. Don't get disheartened,
Oh,
and
thank you.
whatever you're doing, just enjoy and feel it from here. Whatever you're doing,
Passionate.
whatever you just feel and do. Yeah. और
Yeah. Oh, see, I like
थोड़ा सा सूफी होना
Sufi.
जरूरी है. थोड़ा सा सूफी होना जरूरी है. सूफीज्म जरूरी है लाइफ में. वो
Oh,
होना एक जरूरी है.
lovely.
मैं ईशान से बात करता हूँ कई बार. अनन्या भी वैसी है, ईशान भी वैसा है कि हम लोग से बात कर रहे थे वीडियो चैट पे. So वो ना ऐसे बैठे हुए निकल लिया कहीं पे भाई. मैं बोलता हूँ हेलो किधर. हाँ हाँ भाई. Similar thing happens to Ananya also. So even these kids are also they have some Sufi element in them, and
Yeah.
I feel so happy when I see this happening. When my kids also, I tell them that you should. अगर मन कर रहा है कहीं जाके सोचने का सोच लो निकल जाओ. Don't be with me when I'm conversing with
Yeah.
you.
Oh,
Just go. So थोड़ा सा सूफीज्म होना बहुत जरूरी है लाइफ में.
oh,
तब
that's a
तब बात यहाँ से
हम
निकल
भी
के यहाँ
करेंगे.
पहुंचेगी दिल में.
हम भी
Yes, yes,
करेंगे. हम
definitely.
भी practice करेंगे.
Hmm.
Thank you so much, Maqbool, and thank you to our listeners who have been here.
Yeah, thank you,
And
everyone. I'm sorry, and we are extremely sorry. We could not probably see who all are there, and we would like to
yeah,
thank everyone. और अगली
absolutely.
बार हम ऐसा कुछ करेंगे कि where we can just interact with audience, whoever is there, and
Yes,
extremely sorry
definitely.
if we missed out on anybody. So a big
No, we
hi,
are.
and yeah,
We're going to look for your new stuff and we're going to do this and we're going to interact. We're going to take their questions. It'll be a
sure.
different show completely. It will totally be in the hands of the listeners. And Tanisha, oh, thank you, Tanisha. That's lovely, lovely feedback.
Yeah,
Hang
Tanisha, we're coming to the gym, Tanisha. She comes to my
okay.
gym. Yeah. And she's an actress also. She's a beautiful actress. I
Oh,
just saw her short story. Yeah. She's just
all
done a
right.
short story. Yeah, a lot of people are there. Yeah.
Oh, look,
Arey wow.
somebody says, could you help them with their geometry? Look, he may know a lot, but I think geometry may be a bit too much to ask right now.
For
but
me,
you never
for
know.
me, yeah, definitely for me, geometry से मेरा कोई लेना देना नहीं है दूर दूर तक. No way. You ask me anything about direction, I will definitely help you out in that.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Thank you so much to you, Maqbool, and thank you so much to our listeners. If you want to get more at Maqbool, and if you missed the beginning, then you can come onto my IGTV. It will be there. Failing that, come onto my website, annied.in. You will see him again and again. You can replay as much as you like. And if you want to know what's going on in my head, then you can read my articles there as well. And if you're a YouTube person, come onto my YouTube channel, In Conversation with Annie D. Come on, subscribe. You get the little pings to know when I'm on and when something new is coming out. Every week there's something new. Maqbool, thank you once again. Thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I'm waiting for your new stuff, and I want a scoop. And you need to be talking to me, because then we need to be talking again.
Sure. Thank you so much, Annie, for having me over. And it's been really real delight to be on your show. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So much, everyone. Yeah.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.